Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the Galley La Podcast. I'm your host, Geboss, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Akainu Fanboy.
Yo.
And we just saw the new Chainsaw Man movie covering the Reze Arc. So let us know what you guys thought of it if you've seen it by leaving a comment, and like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And yeah, so I think this is a banner year for anime movies, especially with this one and the Demon Slayer movie that released earlier.
Yeah, totally. I didn't get the chance to see the Demon Slayer movie, unfortunately, but this was definitely a great, well done film and everything.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's been like, 2 years since the anime came out? And we know now where all their budget went to and their time. Because I'll say, first of all, this movie looks really good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I think they changed directors in terms of for the series versus the movie, because I think people had an issue with how cinematic, quote unquote, the TV series was, but then they switched to a non-cinematic one for the actual movie, which was strange, but I mean, it looked good regardless.
What do you mean by cinematic?
I think just in terms of like the shot compositions and everything, like I think the TV series had a lot more production value in it, and that's I think people were complaining about that because it was
like slice of life, or focus on like the little things, or what do you mean by that exactly? Sorry, you're just trying to
I think it's not like what people were used to in terms of like anime shots. Like they had a lot more, it was shot and animated more like an actual movie with more dynamic camera shots and everything. And I don't think the Japanese audience liked it as much, so they changed it.
I felt like there was like a couple of shots that felt like movie shots in this too. Like with the Reze running down the hallways, the alleyways and everything like that. You know, it felt very movie-esque.
Yeah, which is why it's weird that I think they changed it, but regardless of that, all the animation and direction looks really good in this. And
totally.
I've caught up with the end of part 1 of Chainsaw Man. And you are anime and movie only. So what did you think of this in terms of story?
Plot-wise?
Yeah.
I would say it was just really a lot. I'm starting to realize this is a very deep anime, actually. Because when you think of the premise, it sounds very like not deep at all, basically. But yeah, I guess like what I thought was interesting is just like you definitely see this like. Okay, so this is just something I've been chewing on, and I might be reading too much into it, but when we first see Denji, he is just basically kind of like an animal. He's just barely surviving. He's eating, and he's just treated like a slave, essentially, So just kind of to be slightly philosophical about it, he's only going for the lowest goods, basic survival, essentially.
Yeah.
And when he kind of articulates his dreams of like wanting to get with a girl in various different like just purely physical, lustful ways, essentially, he's realizing it's not fulfilling him too. So you have that exchange of power, for example, right? But then Makima is recognizing this a little bit with him, and she manipulates him by like kind of like seducing him and everything, but not going all the way, right?
Yeah.
And so we're starting to see him become more and more human, and I think like that was really interesting when you look at the heart aspect with him, and I think like so he finds the heart, and then Reze like awakens the heart and everything like that. And he has like that first, obviously he has the date with Makima, and it's, I don't know, he's like slowly getting emotion basically, you know, but he's just kind of mirroring Makima, and so she does kind of help awaken that a little bit. But then Reze is like, okay, I'm not like kind of into this girl because I'm like a fiend, you know, or like a gooner basically. But it's like he's basically realizing he loves her, right? Without him even understanding what love is, basically, you know. So like going for the more higher goods, and right, so like I said, but that's like a very deep thing that I don't feel like I'm reading too much into, you know. That was like a really like stuck out to me though, you know, like he's maturing as a person. And I don't know anything about Makima, but I'm sus about her long term, and it feels like she wants him to kind of stay in his cage basically, you know.
I mean,
so the initial thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of Makima, you didn't get a bad vibe off of her when she literally appeared like out of Plague Rats at the end of the movie.
Yeah. I mean, there were like 3 indicators in the first season that I'm blanking on. Okay, sorry for all the fans of this, but yeah,
it's been 2 years.
Smart guy in Division 4 with the glasses who quit, saying heavily insinuating that she knew about all the members getting killed off. The sensei, who drinks a lot, I'm blanking on his name too, but heavy Kuzan vibe right there. He called her a liar when she said she just wants to save innocent lives, you know, and so he called her a liar there. And then Power is terrified of her
at the beginning of this.
And even in season 1 too. So, and then obviously at the end, like, I mean, it's really interesting. Like, I think Reze is just such a fascinating character because she kind of admits at the end she's like falling for him, and that's why she didn't kill him initially. But then she's like kind of going in this back and forth, like she's trying to awaken him, but like seduce him at the same time, and to like manipulate him, but like awaken him, like, dude, there's more to life than just like eating and having basic survival instincts, you know, like there's like a lot more to life, you know. So kind of going to that theme I was articulating previously, you know, because even the pool scene, which I think like if you articulated it in the abstract, most people would be like, it's kind of like this lustful fan service and everything like that, basically. But the way, one, they censored a lot of stuff out, which I appreciate it, but like also like it's portrayed in a way where it's trying to reflect like romantic wholesome love, not like this like raunchy ass fan service kind of thing, you know, right, with the OST and everything. So he's slowly kind of, and if for him, he's like so dumb and animalistic, I'm not even saying that in a pejorative way, that he doesn't know what this stuff is, you know, right? And then you have the further symbol of them being in the school, and they say neither of us went to school. Like both of them don't really even know. She knows like a little bit better, but what it means to be human. You know, essentially. So
because those were her last words. Like, I never got to go to school too. So I feel like she connected with him because she was raised to be a weapon too, and by the Russians. So I feel like she connected a lot with Denji. Like, she recognized a lot of herself in him, and was probably wanted to lead him down a better road, you know, together.
Right. Because, and it's in the context where they get to know each other, is in the context of the school. Like, they're learning to be more human and all the rest. And I did like their chemistry. Like, I'm not a big slice of life guy, but I did like the chemistry between the two characters, and I thought it worked out really well, actually. So, everything. And I guess there was another aspect too, like when Makima, I know we're kind of jumping around, but I think that's fine because it's the same plot line. When Makima puts her down and she gives that speech about her killing the country mice, and she said, like, I want to be a country mouse, sorry, in the beginning, towards the beginning of the film with Denji. I thought like that was deeply symbolic, and I think it's kind of like an interesting aspect where Denji, I think it heavily insinuates he wants to lead the corporation at the end of the movie, basically. You know, he wants to run away with her. So he wanted to leave for the country, but it's a predator from the city, like obviously you can't get any more city than a bunch of rats, right?
Mhm.
Killing the country mouse, right?
Yeah.
So it's, you know, so yeah, I mean, like, I'm not saying like I mean, I don't know her intentions though. I don't know if that gets cleared up later on,
Mhm.
but I don't know why she did what she did, essentially. But you know, she did like a lot of messed up crap, even though she did say she didn't want to kill people multiple times throughout the film. She wanted to keep the body count to a minimum, but she's
Yeah.
still kind of like a savage, you know. But
Mhm.
so not like in a sense the worst thing Makima's doing it, but we know I have a strong feeling Makima's doing it for all the wrong reasons, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know any thoughts on what I was saying right there though, but
No, I agree with you on that. Um, a lot of people really are big fans of Reze and wanted her and Denji to leave together, but yeah, Makiba's definitely plotting something. Like
yeah,
she wants to use Denji for her own means.
yeah.
And but I guess since we're on the subject of the females in this movie, what did you think? Because in my theater, we had like a full theater.
Mm-hmm.
Only 3 of us stood till went till after the credits,
Uh-huh.
and I feel like that gives a lot of like a culmination, kind of, on some of the themes, you know, of the thing. Because when Denji's waiting there and he's waiting for Reze to come in, and the shop owner's like, "Oh, you'll find someone who gets you," and then Power comes in, of all people.
Yeah, and he's just like crushed. He's just like, this is like the worst thing ever.
Yeah. But still, I think that they have some sort of connection too, that was being played up, because they have this long drawn out thing there, and like eye contact at the end, and then he just winds up eating the flowers because he doesn't want to give them to Power. But
yeah,
but like you were saying that like Reze kind of was his reason to leave, and maybe like Makima and maybe at this point Power are his reasons to stay, since Reze's not there anymore.
yeah. So you've read it, and I
Yeah.
have it, but how I interpret Power, I think like I guess he kind of cares about her, but it's like one of those lower goods, because she's like just the definition of an animalistic kind of entity, you know, like she doesn't
Mm-hmm.
really elevate him to kind of be more human, I guess, you know. And
Well,
I think he's even at a point where he's like grossed out of her a little bit too, you know, like
well, kind of, but maybe at the end of this, since he learned from his interactions with Reze, maybe he sees Power for something more than that.
well, yeah, I guess she is like a fiend too, and I don't know, like, because like Reze was basically not a fiend, right? She was essentially the same thing of what he was.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's why I kind of thought like there's like another connection there, which I thought was interesting. Where they have a similar composition and they're both discovering themselves essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, right, and I think that's kind of like fascinating in that sense, you know. So yeah, I don't want you to give it any indicator spoilers if she's still alive or comes back in the story, but I think it's, for me, like I see Power that's like kind of like a step in his maturity that's left behind. I don't know if Reze comes back in the story, but he's still in the delusion that Makima is going to make him more human, which I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I guess because we clearly see she doesn't care about him, you know. So, there's another thing too that in just in terms of his humanity, he mentions that he's becoming friends with Aki now.
Yeah.
You know, and Himeno, there's that whole thing in season 1 where he says like, you know, I wasn't sad when she died. You know,
Yeah.
like So that's why I think it's like interesting, just the humanity of him trying to go for the higher goods in life and like higher forms of love, and not just that basic, less animalistic thing, you know. So he's starting to learn to be a human, you know. So, which is kind of interesting, because also it felt like he changed his dream a little bit in this as well, where it's heavily implied he just wants to hook up with Makima in season 1, but now he says girlfriend in season 2.
Yeah.
Right, so it seems like he wants something that's more relational, basically.
Yeah.
So, but I forget if he said that before Reze or after Reze.
I'm trying to remember. Maybe it was after their date. Maybe that's when it was. But before he met Reze, yeah.
Yeah. I'd have to think about that though, but yeah, so I mean, I kind of enjoyed the slice of life stuff more than the fighting, to be quite frank. You know, like I thought it was like more compelling, like something very unique how they're doing that. You know, I mean, to be fair, like I tend not to really, I'm not super into the fighting in the show for some reason. Like it's fine, it's not bad, but it's like the fighting styles, I don't know, it doesn't really hit me, I guess, as much as some other manga out there.
It's very chaotic. Like, like when I was looking at my watch during the thing, not because out of boredom, because like when the fireworks thing was going off and Reze bit off Denji's tongue, and I was looking and I was like, okay, this is when the main action of the film starts, and we were 40 minutes into an hour and 40-minute movie, and I was like, how are they gonna drag this out for an hour? And they did. But and like the whole typhoon fight was only I went and skimmed through the manga again really quick, and the whole typhoon fight, Denji beat it in like in like 3 pages, 1 page and then a splash page.
Wow.
Okay, and they dragged that out, but I mean it was cool, because we got the best Shark Boy beam.
So I like him better than Power, for the record.
I think he's not as obnoxious as Power.
He's loyal, bro. He's loyal, you know?
He was there the whole time, watching after Denji.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he's more helpful, too. You know? Like, in that sense, and I feel like they have a better fighting chemistry, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with the chain and
riding him through the...
Yeah.
It turned into Sharknado, basically.
Yes. Let's go. So I liked it, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to think. One thing I was surprised about, because it's been a while since I've read the manga, but the whole Kobeni scene was in the manga, and I was like, okay, this is clearly filler fluff in there. Like when the Violence Fiend and her show up to briefly encounter Reze. But
yeah,
it just kind of didn't lead to much with her, but
the Violence Fiend, that's the other one, right?
Yeah, the one with like the Plague Doctor mask. Yeah.
Overhaul looking guy.
Yeah. But yeah, what did you think about Aki and his relationship with like Angel and everything? The Angel Devil.
Interesting and good. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. The screening I saw was in English because they had weird timetables for each. They were like staggered. And but the English voice for Aki I didn't even believe it was the original voice. Because he just improved so much in terms of like his projection and acting, like the scene where Angel is about to get sucked into the typhoon and he has to drag him back in by touching his skin, and he loses part of his lifespan from that.
Gotcha.
I thought that was really well done, and I do remember that part from the manga, and
yeah,
I need to refresh myself to see how long Aki has left, because it's a whole thing, like when he was training with his former Squad 2 people, that
Mm-hmm.
he's not going to live past 5 years.
Rest in peace.
Dude, I remember that part so vividly in the manga because like Nomo showed up for like 2 chapters and he was like the best bro to Aki. He was like such a good guy, and then he was like defending everyone.
Yeah, there's like a slight plot convenience in the sense like you got all those like sorry, what would you call the profession? Like slayers or
Devil hunters.
devil hunters, yeah, you're right. They're all in the front room, like they should all come out at once kind of thing. You know, like they know it's like a really strong one. You know, it bombs the name, right? You got to be ready, you know. So that was a little bit of plot convenience because then she gets in there, it's a close quarter space and it's game over kind of thing, you know. But I will say it was like very Halloween and creepy when she was like in the corner with the severed head and all that stuff. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, she blew off her own head and threw it in, and
the mold guys got a good, you know, they got a good move going, you know.
Too overpowered. They had to get taken out. Oh, and there was that one scene after she killed the 2 guys with Aki seeing into the future, and she's just in front of the car with their 2 heads. That was a great visual there.
It definitely was for sure.
Yeah, I like a lot of Reze's like the implementation of her powers, because like she does like the standard like flicking her, snapping her fingers and sparks fly out and explosions happen, but then she like turns her limbs into like missiles and stuff. Yeah, I think it's a really cool use of power. I think Fujimoto has a lot of creativity with that. But yeah, the action, I can see why it took him so long to animate this.
Let's see.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you know that Reze was gonna be the main bad guy?
Okay, so I think the camera angles are really good because it got me really invested when she's like running to the coffee shop and Denji's there, but like first it made me nervous, and you know, like I was like, okay, who's gonna get wiped out? Like, you know, Denji meets a nice girl, she just gets killed, you know. So that was my first impression. And they did successfully throw me off guard, actually. With I thought she was her getting hunted down by that guy and the build up with that guy. That this was just going to be another L for Denji, basically, and then something good being taken away from him. And then, so that I would say the animation in that school scene was like terrifying, creepy, and it really got you hooked in, you know. So that was all really well done, you know, good undercutting of expectations. Because even after she kills that guy, you're still not 100% sure whose side she's on.
Yeah. But you know something's clearly up, especially when she starts singing in Russian.
Yeah. So something's up, right? But it's like, we don't know if she's like fully, you know, which side she's on, you know, and then after that, so, and then the fireworks thing, I knew like when the kiss was happening, I'm like, yeah, GG, it's gonna be another bad kiss, Denji, you know. And then Denji like gets all pissed off later on. He's like, why does every girl want to kill me?
Exactly,
every single one.
Everyone's after Chainsaw Man's heart. What about Denji's heart?
Yeah. So that was great. That was good. I will say, like, another form of plot convenience was her getting taken down so easy with Makima. I'm not saying, like, okay, I know like those two are very strong. I totally get that, but her not pulling it once as soon as she sees Makima and just waiting there, you know, like, and not causing any form of noise for Denji to hear whatsoever, you know, like, there's a little bit of suspension of disbelief right there, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, her and Denji definitely have weaknesses because they have to like initiate their transformations by pulling something. Her with her pin in her neck, and him with his ripcord. But I really like her design because she has like the choker on, and you couldn't even tell like that was like a pin for like a grenade. I thought that was a really really good design.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it was good. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, music was great. It was like
Oh,
terrific. The shots were
yeah.
great.
Another thing with the Makima thing, we see Beam definitely knows something, because when he brings Denji to Aki
Yes.
after they're injured,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "Oh, the bomb devil's in league with the gun devil," and Aki's like, "How do you know that?" And he's like, "Oh, I can't tell that because Makima." And so Denji or Aki, I think, would be suspicious of Makima at this point.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. So it's definitely building that up. And there's other people in the organization that have, suspicions with her already.
Yeah.
I will say, Reze being left alive by him. Okay, one of two things.
On
One,
the
she's
beach.
either coming back she's either coming back in again in the series, or they really just kind of want to do a Hunter X Hunter, type of just really tragic, brutal kind of thing, just to bring her back for her to get like wiped out basically, and then that's the story,
Yeah. So, you know nothing. So, would you want her to come back, or are you fine with her if she were dead permanently?
I don't think it's like a spoiler alert. I don't think it's actually a heavy spoiler alert. I'm not gonna even say it. There is a character that comes back in another anime that's produced by Mappa. I will make it as big as I possibly can.
Yeah.
I mean, that was BS and stupid. Yeah, I know you defend it, but I hated it. With this, I wouldn't hate it as much because we know these people can just take ridiculous amounts of damage, and there's a side of Makima too that wants to use people as much as humanly possible for terrible ends, basically. So yeah. So in that sense, I can see her living, and I kind of think it kind of makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's just kind of where I'm at with it. I wouldn't hate it on a plot level.
Mm-hmm.
I could see it happening, but like I can also see it happening where it's just like this mangaka's just like, no, like Denji will always lose and always get crushed. No matter what.
Always tragedy.
Always tragedy. I mean, season 1, Aki was the big loser, and Denji was the big winner.
Yeah.
And
But in the end, it ended with both of them kicking the katana guy in the nuts.
True. But actually, now it's kind of getting to the point, though, where Denji is becoming more human, where he can now, in fact, lose something.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, because when Hinamo died, he's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, he's becoming more human, and it would be an interesting plot point if he found out what Makima did to Reze, if that pops up at all in the story. I think that could be an interesting plot line because the Angel Devil could tell him about that theoretically,
Yeah.
So, I will say that it's a testament to Makima's strength that she's able to get the Angel Devil to do anything.
Yeah. Because, he's pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm. But the captain's still the strongest, though, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, Kishibe.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to talk about?
So, with this, do you think that they should do... Because I will say that the arcs going forward are kind of this length. So would you want them to be movies like this, or do you want them to go back to anime, or the serialized version for episodes?
I mean, they could just do both. JJK is like doing the same thing. They're doing both.
Yeah, but I mean, if they do a movie, we probably wouldn't see another thing for like 2 more years.
Yeah,
especially because they're doing JJK as well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people thought that One Punch Man was going to be animated by Mappa.
Yeah. Yeah. Too bad it's not. You can't even call what it is right now animation. But I think. So. Yeah, I think I'd probably kind of prefer the series format, even though I did enjoy the movie a lot. So I thought, like, honestly, this arc was perfect for movie format, though.
Yeah.
I thought it was actually like. I was thinking about for season 1 that wouldn't have been a good fit for that.
Yeah.
Because of just so many subplots.
Yeah, this was about 2 volumes worth of content, and the series, the first season was 4 volumes. So I don't know. I could see him going either way.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I'm interested, especially since how much you enjoyed this. I think this is definitely a good part of the series, but I will say personally, I think it gets better than this in terms of both like plot and character.
Okay, I had someone tell me that he thinks that the next season is going to finish part 1. Or is that cap?
It depends on how fast they go, because I think. Let me just double check. I think the first part of the series is 11 volumes, and we just finished volume 6. So, we're basically halfway through the series right now. So, I think it would be better if they did another season and then a movie to finish everything off. That would be how I do it.
Yeah.
But I don't think they could fit it all into one season, unless it's like 24 episodes.
Yeah, I kind of prefer that, but that's just me. I'm kind of selfish, but yeah, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, but yeah, anything else you want to say? Or...
No, I'm just glad that you dug it. You got more into the philosophical part of it and everything.
Yeah. I like that stuff. I mean, like, just because. Well, sorry. I mean, like, the expectations are low at the beginning when he articulates his dream, and you're just like, oh,
yeah,
okay. And then when you're pleasantly surprised that there's like a greater depth to it, you're just like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool, actually.
Yeah. But one thing that I will say is the opening shot with young Denji in the door is important, and there's a reason why it keeps coming up. And that's all I'll say.
No, totally, yeah.
But
yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed our conversation, let us know what you guys think. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. And yeah, let us know what you thought of the movie. And we will see you guys whenever the next Chainsaw Man comes out, or for this topic, or our next One Piece video. So, see you then.
Peace.